Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, hi, my name is Aditya, and today we are going to create a newsletter automation. So, first of all, let me just apologize because the account in which I created my newsletter automation, I actually wanted to show you guys the demo, but it ran out of operations. So, today I'm just going to explain you how we're going to make it, and I'll show you how to make it, and I hope you guys will apologize, will forgive me for that. That was my mistake, totally honest mistake. So, without any more yapping, let's get into it. So, first, here is the second half of the automation. So, what we are going to do is we are going to enter a topic inside of Asana. Okay, we're going to have a topic inside of Asana, and then we are based on this topic, we'll create a newsletter. Then, after that, we are going to okay, this output is going to be in JSON. Now, JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. I'm a mechanical engineer. Don't sweat it. Okay, if you don't get it, don't sweat it. Then we are going to update Asana. That is, after we've created the newsletter, we are going to update Asana. Like, okay, this is the newsletter. Sorry, this is the subject line. This is the body, and then finally we are going to put them inside a campaign, and we're going to blast it to every single subscriber that we have. Okay. The first part of this automation is this, where when people fill out the form, let's say you're selling something, a course or a digital product or anything, you are asking for the name as well as the email of the people. Okay, we're going to take that email and we're going to make them a subscriber using MailerLite. Okay, now let me just note it down what all things that we are going to do. First, we are going to add people as subs. Then we're going to generate the newsletter, and finally send it. So instead of two automations, instead of two, we are going to make three different automations. Okay, so let's just get started. So let's go into make.com, create a new scenario. Now first, I am going to go to Typeform, watch responses instant and acid, and I think I already have the form ready, which I'll show you guys in a second. Let me just switch the account, newsletter automation, and newsletter automation. There we go. Okay, so I have the previous data already. Okay, so if I go into Typeform, it's a very simple form, just asking for the name and the email. That's it. Okay, but I only have like 190 operations left out of 1,000, so I cannot waste any option. That is a problem. So first up, I'm going to use this. Then we'll go into Asana. We are going to create a task. I also have all the tables ready. Okay, before I do this, let me just show you. This is what the newsletter automation table looks like. So I have the topic. I put paste in all the topics right here. It will spit out the subject line and the body. Which you can, as you can see, a very big body, and then the stage is draft. Okay, and I'm going to paste all the people, like the name and the email, into this, which I already have. Let me just remove couple of, yeah. So now if I go back to make workspace ID, project management one, custom fields, yes, And where did it go? Project management one. The email will be right here, and under task name, I'm going to paste in the name. We'll hit save, and now we are going to add them as a subscriber. So I'm going to use MailerLite, create and update a subscriber. So if you want to add a connection, I mean, you can. It's not necessary you have to use MailerLite. You can use Mailchimp, Instantly, or whatever you like. So just click here, and you need to add an API key. So to do that, okay, first let me just this, delete myself as the subscriber. Now all you need to do is go to not automations. Sorry, you go to integrations, then click on use, and then all you need to do is just click generate a new token, give this a name, and then you'll have a token, an API key that you'll paste right here. Now I don't have to do that. I'll take the email address from here and the name from here, and I'm going to click save. I'll give this a name, newsletter automation. Let me just do YouTube one. Okay, now let's run this. All of them ran perfectly. So if I go back and I go to subscribers, you see I have one, my name. The date will be previously because I subscribed this. I was testing this out on the 16th, so it is going to show me the same date. But for every single person that is going to subscribe, it will change the date. So don't have to worry about that. So now we have a new subscriber, and the first part is done. Good job. Make sure to save it. And yeah, one thing I need to tell you guys, I am going to export all these blueprints and you'll find it in the description. It's free. So if you want to, all you need to do is download that from the description, go to import, click on choose file, take the blueprint, click open, and just hit save. You'll have the blueprint as it is. All you need to do is just do the connections that I just showed you. Now, second part of the automation. Let's go back, create a new scenario. And what I'll do is I'll just open this up in a new tab also because we need to create the third scenario as well. So, first we're going to go to Asana. We're going to watch for new tasks. Then go to projects, workspace, project ID would be newsletter, and then we're going to hit save. Just do this all, and yeah, then we are going to update the task. And what I'm doing right here is whenever I enter a new topic, I want it to be in a stage of draft. Okay, so unless and until I review the newsletter and I say, okay, this is good, publish it, it won't publish it. That is what I didn't do in my original newsletter automation, which I'm going to do right now. So we have the task ID, and under workspace ID, custom fields is a yes. Then under newsletter stage, just click draft, save. Then I'm going to go to Eden AI, generate chat response. We'll put the task name, which I'll find right here. Remove the max tokens, will be OpenAI. We'll say you are a helpful and intelligent writing assistant Oops. So chatbot global actions mean how you want your chatbot to act, how you want Eden AI to act like. So I want it to act like a helpful and intelligent writing assistant. Then I'll go to user and then I'll say your task, and then we're going to say subject. The thing with AIs is that every single time it might just give you a different answer. What I mean by that is, so let's assume once it will just give you subject. Okay. So what I mean by that is, you run it once, it will say subject body. You run it again, it will say subject line body. So every single time the AI will just come up with its own thing. So to avoid that, we're going to say follow this structure. So every single time now you run it, it will say subject line and body. That is the only reason. Now let's add some examples also, because giving it examples is the best thing. So what I did was I just went to ChatGPT and gave it some topics, and then I asked it to create a newsletter in JSON format, follow the structure, and I gave it this structure. What I'll do is take this topic, go back to make, paste it right here. To add, go to assistant, and then I will just paste this right here. Mm, there we go. Now under settings, I'll just select OpenAI. We'll go GPT 4o mini, or you can go 4o, whatever you want. So if you just turn on advanced settings, you'll see there's a response as dict. I checked it out and I guess it parses the JSON. Now, first, let me tell you what JSON is because I totally missed that. JSON is technically writing everything between two brackets. So it starts with a bracket and it ends with a bracket, and everything is like between these two brackets. And this backslash n means a new line. So when you say backslash n, you write a line, and then directly under it you have the new line. When you do put two backslash n, so like backslash n, it means it's going to leave a line, and then it's going to continue. I just learned all this stuff. Okay, I'm a mechanical engineer. I didn't know this. I had to learn this. Okay, so for now, since I don't have many operations, I'm not going to test it. What I'll do is I'm going to add a module that is going to parse it for me. So if I just write parse JSON, we are going to put in the result from the Eden AI, that is this generated text. We're going to hit save. Whoops. And now let's run this once. It will give me a warning saying that the transformers cannot be the last module, but it's fine. And it ran perfectly. So now you see, I told it to give me the response in JSON. You see, between two curly brackets, it has this whole body, and it ended with my name. Perfect. So why did we parse it? Because we don't want to send the letter as it is. Okay, we don't want this ugly letter. Okay, and now you see subject line and body. This is one whole text. Okay, so it's like two things are just combined. The subject line and the body are just combined. It's like glued together right now. And when we parse it, we just separate them. So now we can access the subject line differently, then we can access the body differently. That's why we parse it. So if I just go right here, you see I have the subject line different and the body is different. And you see it's formatted very nicely now. Now what we'll do is we are going to update Asana. So if I go to update, again the task ID is right here, workspace, yes. So if I go down and let me find newsletter, there we go. We'll just add the subject line. We'll add the body right here. We'll save the stage as review and we'll save it. Now if I run this, oh, sorry. Need to choose where to start. We'll just select all and we'll run this. Okay. Now if I go back, you'll see it is in review. I have the subject line and I have this very long, you know, of a newsletter that I can access right here. So let's say okay, wait, let me just do this. So let's say I like this, okay, how this is, but before that, let me just save this or else I might just lose it. Newsletter automation 2. I don't remember what I did. What did I say? To YouTube or something? Okay, whatever. Okay, I'm going to download this blueprints for you guys. So, so when I change the stage from here, what happens in Eden AI is under generate text, you have the subject line and the body. Now both of them are stuck into one. So now you cannot access the subject line or the body because they are inside of one. These both of these are just one text. But when we parse it, what happens is it becomes two different texts. So now you can access the subject line or you can access the body. So after that, what I'll do is go back to Asana, click on update task. The task ID I'll take from the previous module, workspace ID, custom fields is a yes. And then if I go down, I'm going to put the subject line right here, the body right here, and I'm going to change the stage to review. And I'm going to hit save. Now let's run this one more time. Let me just select this properly, save. And if I run this, now if I go back to my Asana board, you'll see I have the subject line and I have a very good newsletter automation. Sorry, the body and the stages at review. So now what I want to happen is once I change the stage to published, then and only then I wanted to blast out the email campaign. So what are we going to do is we will again watch new tasks. Okay, sorry, I selected the wrong one. Watch new tasks, project. We're going to watch new tasks, project. Project ID will be newsletter and save. Let's do all for now. And then what do we want? We want it to, we're watching it, then we want the response, and then we're going to blast it to everybody. What we'll do is we are going to go to MailerLite. What we'll do is we'll go to MailerLite. We'll create a campaign. The campaign name, let's do a test. The subject, okay. So what we'll do is, where is subject? And we need to run this once in order to get under the custom fields. So let me just unlink this, run this once. Or instead of that, I'm just going to list all the tasks. Yeah, okay, so I was just testing it out. Yeah, we can use this as well. So what we'll do is, instead of just watching, what we'll do is we'll list all the tasks. Then we'll add a filter saying that if the custom field display says published only, then it will go through. So it will go and create a campaign. The subject line will be under, oh, okay. So I just need to put in something. Is it safe? Okay, wait. Save. It was, okay. Regular. Hmm. Now it should give me access to all the modules. Yeah. So I guess this is a subject line. Yeah. So I'll paste this subject line from email. So must be a valid email address that you're already verified on MailerLite. So here you'll put your own email address. So in this case, I'm just gonna put mine. So that is my email. Then the sender's name. I'll put my name. The content must be a valid HTML content. Okay, so it must be in HTML. So what can we do is, in these two, let's add a module where we'll convert this into an HTML. So let's write HTML, go to Markdown to HTML, and just put this body. And let's try that. Let's see how this looks like. I mean, in an HTML, you cannot read it. It's very difficult for you to even read it in an HTML, but let's still try. If we can't, we'll just paste that in and we'll see what happens. Okay, run once. The JSON is not a valid JSON. Yeah, that must be. Let me just see what is the problem here. There's an error, internal server error. Okay, let's run that once more. Eden AI had some problem. Choose where to start. All, save, and then run once. Okay, it ran properly. Let's check the HTML. Okay, it's still readable, but not the best thing though. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can read it. It's mindful breathing. Throughout the day, pause to take deep breaths. A simple act can ground you. Okay, you can read it. but I'd rather prefer. Okay, you know what, let's do it. Let's just keep it as it is. You know what? We'll just keep it as it is. You can access the HTML if it gives you an error, but we'll go here. We'll just go to the second one and we'll take the text value. Let's see if this runs for once. Okay. So if I just run this, either it will put an error. Okay, I didn't change this to publish. Sorry. I'm going to change this to publish and then I'm going to run this once. Either it will throw an error or it will just go through. Oh, it went through. So, hmm. So let's just check right here. It won't activate it because I am, on a test account. Not, I mean, haven't paid for it, so it won't activate it. Let's just check the preview. It's a very good preview. Okay, so you technically don't. Okay, now okay. There's my address down there. So yeah, you have to pay so that you can remove all those things, but it you don't necessarily need an HTML format. So really good looking newsletter. So one last thing after this is we need to send it. So go to MailerLite and what was it? Start a campaign or what? Schedule a campaign. I cannot run this last thing because I'll just map it because I don't have a paid account. Delivery will be so
Under
under
delivery, it
delivery
says
it says
select
select delivery for of the second email either day after the first send out or set your own date in schedule. If you're sending an email after this, you can do that inside of this resend option. Okay, but we don't want to do that, so just hit save. So now if you run this, what is going to happen is once you've checked your newsletter inside of Asana, you're happy with it, you'll change the status to published. It will automatically run. It will create a campaign and you saw that beautiful preview that we had. Then it will automatically send it instantly. Okay, to all the subscribers. Now let me just change the name for this one, newsletter automation, I guess 3YT something. And I will save this and export this blueprint as well. Okay, with all that, guys, you have finally created your own newsletter automation. I hope you had a blast creating this automation with me because I had. It was fun. I just like making automations. So, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Okay, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. Till then,